Hi everyone, welcome back. It's our second show of the brand new launch for February from Carnation Crafts. I'm Dave. Lovely Laura is here. You all right?
Yeah, I know. Afternoon.
Yeah, it is now,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah.
Spot on afternoon. What a busy first show.
I know. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
When both of us came in today, before the first show, and we saw this, we thought, everyone's going to love this, and you are loving it. So much so, before we came on air this morning at, 10 o'clock, 20% went from it being available on Facebook and on the internet. Now we're up to 40% of the entire stock has gone. We've only done one show and there's 5 more shows to go, 2 today and 3 more tomorrow. So the message is really get in as soon as you can to get this collection because it's coming with something very special. And I don't think I'm not going to say we've never done it before, but certainly I've never done it before here at Carnation. We're giving you a free gift worth £40. More on that in a minute, but only for those of you that buy the complete Cherished Places Collection. Take a little look at it because normally with a collection you get 1 card base or 1 card blank. Here you're actually getting 3 and they are beautiful. They're absolutely stunning. This one is called the Regal Shouldered Arch Frame and you've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dies in this. So from the largest right the way through to the smallest diamond, really gorgeous, making a fantastic frame, not just for the characters that we got in this particular collection, but for anything from Carnation, and even photographs can go into that frame. So that one is your Regal Shouldered. This one is your Regal Lancet. Now instantly when I looked at this, I think of like a church window, or maybe a church doorway, or the doorway to a castle, and there are castles featured in this collection as well. And then the last frame you've got over here is your Regal Arch Frame. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the amount of detail and cut lines you've got going on in each of those dies. Those 3, you don't have to choose, you're going to get all 3 of them. And then over there you've got your Land Beyond. Now that features the castle that I was talking about before, so that particularly would go well with like the Regal Lancet frame. You've also got other buildings. It could be a church, could be a house. You've got the marquees there, and instantly we thought of like festivals. We also thought of maybe outdoor entertaining for weddings. Also, I suddenly thought of the Bake Off. That's just me, that's my brain. And then you've got all these smaller characters. So bearing in mind you've got that winding road, that yellow brick road it could be, or it could be over the Rainbow Bridge, as Laura was talking about earlier on. If you cut that out in white, those bushes could look like clouds. But all, of course, the artwork is included in your purchase. So when you've got your dies on order, go to our website and print off the artwork. I'll tell you how to do that in a second. And that roadway can lead to any of those buildings, or it could lead to, well, wherever your imagination takes you. Love it. Then down the bottom, bring in the bigger characters, the characters that are more close up to you. Our Special Place is what this one's called, and of course you've got the bench there. Lots of people dedicate benches to people's memory, which is really lovely. I was at the theatre seeing Miss Saigon the other night, and a lot of the theatre seats actually have plaques on the back from people that had been to the theatre throughout their lives and dedicated. Really nice. Yeah. So yeah, very special place, and you've got the 2 lovely people that can be sat on the bench. Also, you've got the tree stump and a few other things that the people could be sat on as well. Next to them, you've then got the couple going for a Sunday stroll, maybe in the afternoon, arm in arm, and it's the back view. And I love that. That's so poignant because it doesn't, it could be someone that you know. It could be you. It could be a member of your family, your best friends, your son and daughter, whatever. And then next to them, you've then got these really beautiful birds. You've got them in flight, you've got doves, you've got hummingbirds, and you've also got them grounded as well. And that splendid peacock you've got there as well. And then knowing how good we are with flowers, Nick and his team decided they're just going to stick to the most classic flower, simple roses. Laura and Dave will get that right. They won't get that wrong. You're quite right, we didn't get it wrong. And you've also got not only the archway there, you've also got the corner and all these decoupage elements that of course can layer up on top of it as well. Now this collection, 40% went already, £124.99. Free P&P because you're paying over £50. And remember, as we always say on launch day, if you get in now, our postie comes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon today to pick up your orders. So you might even get them tomorrow. Now, when I mention the word free and free gift, everyone's ears pricks up. I've never done this before until today, and this is a brilliant free gift because everybody's going to use it. There's not a single thing in here you're not going to get benefit from. You've got the ball tools. Now when you're shaping things, whether it's a flower, a person, an animal, a tree, you want to give it a dome shape, the ball tools come into their own. You've got 4 ball tools, 8 different size balls, And then the mat that's crucial has to be quite a dense mat. It's not like a, like a mat for a computer or anything like that. It's a really, really dense foam. That's what you use the ball tools on. That's included in your free gift as well. Then you get a pack of the taster pack of the Pro Print. So this, if you've never used it, is going to be a game changer. When you're printing off artwork, the quality of the artwork very often depends not necessarily on the printer or the ink, but the quality of the paper. And that's why ProPrint is what all of our design team print their artwork onto, what Laura uses, what I use, what most people use. If you're using traditional copier paper, do a before and after. Do one print on that and do one print on ProPrint and see the difference. You won't look back. So you get a taster pack of 15 sheets of ProPrint. Then you also get 20 sheets of ProPrint with adhesive backing. So basically 20 sticker sheets. So you can die cut it, you can trim it, you can cut it, whatever you want to do with it. You get that. You get a pack of your Elevate. Now this is 4 sheets of adhesive foam. So it's like a massive foam pad, which again you can die cut and you can trim. You get 4 sheets of Elevate, and then you also get a sheet of your foam pad stickers as well. That is your free gift, but it's only going to come if you buy the main collection. It comes automatically. You don't have to find it on the website. You don't have to put it in your basket. Just order the main collection, and all the team in the warehouse next door will make sure that is included at no charge in your order. Now, another very, very popular item is this. Excuse me. Now, this is the Enchanted Stories, and this is the most beautiful book die. So it could be a book, a traveling book, it could be a photograph album, it could be a Bible, it could be a storybook. It's entirely up to you. And you've got the large dies, and you've also got the small dies as well, so you can make a large book or a small book. It's entirely up to you. And that was demonstrated in the first show earlier on from our Laura. And 60% of this has gone since we came on air at 10 o'clock this morning. So it's only £27.99. I mean, everybody will use this. It's so nice. It looks so real. There's even artwork for this book as well to make it look very three-dimensional, make it look curved. Its item number is 260211, £27.99. But if 60%'s gone in one show, I wouldn't leave it too long if you want to go for that, okay? Now, the perfect papers, which is of course cardstock, it always is. You get 300 GSM and you've got 48 sheets. Now, you've got pattern and you've got block colours as well. And the colourways have been selected by the team here at Carnation to complement and to coordinate with the artwork, okay? So if you're printing off your artwork today, why not? It's free, you can do it on the website right now. The perfect papers can be your card blanks, you can use it for die cutting, matting and layering, and all those colours are going to work tonally beautifully with the artwork. Now, the way to get the artwork, in case you're new, I know many of you tune in every single time we do these shows, you go to carnationcrafts.co.uk, which is probably where you are to make your order. And then when you've made your order, just go to the download section and you'll see vignettes there. Vignettes are basically the artwork for all the die collections. You'll see this one there for you, and you can print it off as soon as you like, as many times as you like, absolutely free. Now, breaking it down, Laura's going to show you the boards to show you exactly what dies you get and what you can do with them.
Right, so we'll start with the Regal Shouldered Arch frame. So like Dave said, you've got 3 of your frames in here, so each one is going to be a card basis. It's big enough to be your card base. You have the outside mat and layer, so you've got your card base with that mat there to go on, and then you come to that beautiful arch. Now this is cut out in the artwork, so like you said, you do get artwork for these. Now this one as well, you could use it landscape or portrait, I think, to do your cards with. Now you've also got these center panels in each one as well that you could use. Like I used this with the book in the first show as a stopper for my cards, so you can mix and match these. And then you've got those matte layers in the center as well for your sentiments to use too. So then we go on to our next one. So again, your matte layer, you've got that lovely. This one, I almost feel like it looks like kind of like a banner. You could use, you know, if you were just using that bit on its own, you could use the sentiment on that as well. We were saying earlier, you know, you could make this very regal or very gothic, or it could be like a wedding card, because it almost gives you like the arch of like a church or a window. Yeah. There's lots of different ways that you could use that one. And
if you
then
cut 3 of them out and stuck them together, it could look like a privacy screen, couldn't it, maybe?
Yeah, I think we did have one. I don't know if it was that one, but we did have a sample in the first show, I'm sure, where 2 or 3 was stuck. Right. I might have made this up. I'm sure we did, yeah. Oh, Bunny's saying that she thinks we've got one in this one as well, so we'll have a look now. And then we've got the art one, which I love because like there's just so many different ways that you could use this. Even, you know, think about collections you've got with more of a summer theme. You know, it could almost be like a gazebo or something outside, and you could have summer florals on top of it and things like that. So there's lots of different ways that you could use it. Again, that centre panel you could use even for tags. You could pop a little hole there and use it like as gift tags, and then you'll have the circle there that you could stamp something on. Or you've got those matte layers that you can use, and obviously use those matte layers separately as well. Then a land beyond. So this could be obviously anything that you think of, you know, like I've seen a castle in this one. Dave was saying it makes him think of Disneyland or the Bake Off, or it could be somebody who loves going to festivals. You know, this could be a college, a university, you know, it could be a home. You know, that could be like somebody like the cottage in the wood, and it could be like a fairy tale theme that you're doing, a church. And then you've got all of those silhouettes you can see there. So they have got shading on. It's probably a bit hard to see there, but they've got shading on, so they match up with the people. So when you have them together, they look the same. They've got that same shade on it. So you can see them there. So then you can pop these into your scene and really create some depth in there. Then you've got the roses. So you've got that lovely curved one, and then you've got this corner piece as well, which obviously you can bring together. Like that one we used the two curved pieces there to go across the arch. And then this one, you can see there we used those two corner pieces just to go at the bottom of that book. So very usable. Obviously they're flowers, they're roses, so you could use that with 90% of the collections that you'll have at home already. You get so much decoupage in there as well. You know, don't be afraid of using these pieces on their own and mix them up, because you'll be able to cut into these, easy to snip into to change the shapes, or have smaller pieces as well.
And the colourways are nice and refreshing. They're a bit different, they're kind of peachy in colour, aren't they? Which
yeah,
is quite unusual.
And they're quite nice actually, because they're quite neutral tones.
Yeah.
So you could bring in other colourways with them as well. Then you've got your fancy feathers. So you've got all of your birds. I love that you've got some that are flying, obviously some that are further down. So you can have some like sat by the bench, and then you can have some, you know, flying across the top of, like the one we did earlier. So you can have some going across the side of your card, but then you can have some down at the bottom as well. I love that they've given them to you as well. You can see they look different, they're different sizes as well. So you've got some going every which way and in different poses. So even if you put 3 on a card, like I just did, it works. They look correct.
And you've got doves, you've got the hummingbird. I mean, the doves are great for weddings, they're great for remembrance, they're also great for peace as well.
Doves?
Yep. Hummingbirds,
peacock.
I think that's a dove as well. That's a dove that's landed.
Oh, little doves as well. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we've got our special place. I love this one. You've got that bench and that lovely couple
Have you got a special place?
sat down. I don't think I do.
No?
No.
Not a place where you just kind of sit and look out and...
Oh, like in my house?
Well, anyway. Part of the world.
Probably Mumbles.
Mumbles.
I love going down to Mumbles.
Oh, okay.
Because you drive down and you literally walk right next to the sea. So there's no beach. The sea is like right next to you, and I love walking down there. And you can see straight across, so you can see over to, like if you go down there and it's a sunny day, you can see all of England. So you can just go down there, and it's really lovely.
That's what I do. I live in Bournemouth, and if ever I've got things on my mind, I just want to go and think. I just sit by the sea and just sit and look at the sea. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Sorts your head out.
Yeah, it does. So you've got that lovely couple. You've got that bench as well. Obviously, they are seated, so they can be sat on that bench. They could also be sat on the tree trunk, on the stem. And then you've got those lovely grounding elements. So you can pop those in just to ground everything and build that scene up. I do love that image. It's such a lovely image. Then you've got the side by side. So you've got the couple, obviously they're walking or they're just stood there looking into the distance. So you can have those like we did earlier. So you can have them kind of at the front of your card looking into the distance. That one we did you know, you can cut into them as well. So you can see how I've just cut her away, so you can decoupage them up just so he looks like he's a bit more further back than what she is. But it's such a lovely image, and like you said, Dave, I love the both of them. You're looking at the back of them because you instantly, like the other one with them sat down, I instantly think of my grandparents when I see that. But it's because I'm looking at it from the back, so it's like it just makes you think of somebody that it reminds you of. So that they're so lovely.
Now, the other die collection that we can show you on the boards it's called Enchanted Stories. So it's the book, and it could be a book of whatever you want it to be. 60% of this has gone already. It's only been shown in one show so far.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is so lovely. It's something a bit different as well. So you've got your book, obviously designed. Now, this outside mat is what you're going to use for the card base. Yeah. Then you do have the inside bit, which are the pages. You do have mats and layers as well, so you can build that almost like a frame around the centre of the book. And then you have that smaller book in the centre too. And then you almost have like these regal...
Fleur-de-lis.
That was it, fleur-de-lis that you can use. Now you do get artwork for these as well. So you can see you've got artwork for these. They've got lovely shading in there, so they look almost 3D. And then you've got that lovely artwork for the book. You've got the pages there as well. But it's just so nice because you've got that lovely shading. So even using it like we did earlier, so you can see the card that we did, you've got that lovely frame. You can just have that centerpiece if you want to, but you know, and that's just using it like that. Obviously we could have just had it as a card like that, you know, so you've got so you know, you've got so much options. But yeah, I love that they have done artwork for this because it really does stand out. And that book could be absolutely anything, couldn't it? It could be a fairy tale book for your granddaughter, or it could be masculine, it could be like a fishing book for somebody, or it could be, you know, you could have like the cars, the motorbike, it could be a you know, like a mechanic-y type of book, a DIY book, a baby book. It could be absolutely anything.
A fan of a certain film franchise or whatever, it could be.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you could use it like that. And don't forget as well, because I know so many people do this. They go to like charity shops, buy books, because you know sometimes you'll like damage the front cover, or maybe a couple of pages are missing from a book. They give it to a charity shop. You know, go to a you could cut that page die out of actual pages from an actual book, you know, and you could use it like that. Maybe you find like your daughter's favourite storybook, you know, and you could use it like that. So you're always, you know, maybe she doesn't want her books anymore, you know. Can you imagine doing things like this for journal? You could make a little memory book out of them.
Could do. And
use it like that. So these could be your memory book pages.
And there's even artwork and vignettes for that, as you can probably see. It's only subtle, but it gives you that look of 3D. So you've got the shading in the middle of the book where it will be darker and lighter on the top. So really, that's all free of charge, okay? Don't forget, of course, if you want to get in touch with us, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook as well, had loads of interaction in the earlier show. Miriam Stott is watching us at the moment. Hi Miriam, not sure where you are, but welcome. Pam Simpson says, hi Laura, Dave and Bunny, just home from food shopping, gorgeous collection. It's going really, really well. Everyone's loving it. 40% when we came live at 12 o'clock at Garn, and showing you some of the finished samples from the design team. They've obviously had fun making these.
Can I just say I'm very jealous of Pam. Every time Pam, I don't know if it's me, Bunny, or you're going to agree with me, I feel like every time Pam messages us, she's just come back from shopping. Every time we get a message off Pam, she's like, hi guys, just walked in from shopping.
Maybe one day shopping day for the week.
Maybe it is. Then we've got Vera. We'll probably show you one of Pam's cards in a minute.
Yep, Pam's on the design team.
She is. Then we've got one there by Fiona. Again, you're using that book. It looks so pretty. And you can see how you can build that frame up with those mats and layers, and then you can just decorate that inside part of that book.
And that's why the book die is in the show with this today, because it works together so well with the main collection, Cherished Places. It could be like the book of someone's journey, their life together, you know, a special anniversary.
Yeah, it could be. There's so many different ways that you can mix and match these up, but you can see they're bringing in those little silhouettes look in the background.
Look at this one.
They just work so well, don't they? Look at that. Oh, that's... Do you know what that makes me think of? Bunny is going to... I don't know if Bunny's going to love me for this or be a bit annoyed with me.
Go
So
on.
me and Bunny have a thing, Dave, okay, where
Right.
every time we do something, I somehow manage to find a way to make it Christmassy.
Okay.
Imagine if those were Christmas flowers. Doesn't that make you think of a film?
Uh,
Oh, Dave, don't let me down.
what film would that be?
No, a Christmas film, Bunny,
Christmas film?
obviously.
Yeah, there is a Forrest Gump sort of feel to it.
Oh, guys, what are you
A
doing?
Christmas film.
Home Alone, the second one, when he's in New York and that lady helps him.
What, the bird lady?
Yeah. Oh, guys, you've let me down.
That was that
What? Oh,
that was in
Bunny.
Central Park where the bird lady
Yeah,
was.
the bird lady helping him. That looks like the bird lady.
Okay.
And then you could have like Christmas flowers there. Dave's looking at me like I've grown another head.
I
Bunny
know-
hasn't seen
I know
Home
the
Alone
film.
2.
I know the scene. I can't really put that with the scene. But anyway.
So
Okay.
absolutely none of you agree with me. Oh, there
Abby
you
in the
go.
office knows.
Abby
Okay,
to
right.
the rescue. Abby in the office knew exactly what I was on about straight away. There you go.
Yeah, if you Google Bird Lady Home Alone, evidently that scene does come up.
I can't believe. I thought that was really obvious, and Dave was just looking at me like. And then Bunny was like, "I've never seen Home Alone 2. I
I
can't
have.
believe you've never seen Home Alone 2, Bunny. But we'll
That's
address
that's
that
the
at
best
another
one.
time."
That's the best one.
Yeah.
I think.
So that's exactly what Dave was on about earlier, about actually having them
3 in a row.
together. That looks so lovely. Fiona did that one. Then we've got another one there using that arch with that peacock as well. With a peacock as well, you could use them for like Valentine's cards. You know,
absolutely.
if you're going to start making your
Do you know what? It's nice to see a
Valentine's
peacock
cards.
with its feathers down. Normally, everyone does them with feathers up. But of course,
Oh yeah, that's true.
it's nice to see it with the feathers down.
And then I've got one there by Vera, and we've got the last one here by Barbara. Look at that. That's really nice, actually, having... So the frame's actually cut out in perfect papers, not using the artwork. And it looks completely different, doesn't it? Just
I mean,
not having the
That shape would be
artwork
great.
there.
If you make Easter cards, that shape would be great. 'Cause it obviously makes me think of like churches and stately homes or castles with that kind of Gothic arch. Really lovely. So the product number is 260201. If you pop that into your basket, this is what you're going to get. And today, for the first time, as far as I'm aware, we're giving you a free gift. We're giving you £40 worth of ball tools, the mats to use the ball tools with, your 15 sheets of Pro Print for a taster pack. You're going to get 20 sheets of your Pro Print paper with the adhesive on the back, so everything is a sticker, you don't need to use glue. And then you also get 4 sheets of your Elevate, which is like the biggest foam pad in the world, which you can die cut and cut, and that's adhesive on the back as well, and a strip of foam pads too. That is a £40 value, and it's free. All you've got to do is order the main collection. If you do that, we'll automatically put that bundle in with your order. You don't have to put it into your basket. It will be done by the warehouse team next door as soon as you place your order. If you do it now, the guys turn up to pick up your orders at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so it will be on its way in the van at 2 o'clock if you order it right now. 260201. Right, Laura?
Right, so I'm going to start with the arch for this one. So we're cutting out the largest dies, so that larger mat for the card base. Obviously I've just scored across the top, and that's going to give us our card shape. And then when you download the free artwork that you're going to get, you also get backgrounds in there as well. So you've got this lovely sky background. So I've cut that out as well. So I'm just going to plot that on there. So that's just going to give us that lovely background.
And that background's free to print off as well from the website. I've got to say, Stacey Lindsay says, got mine last night and it's already on the way. Amazing. Stacey, are you happy with your free gift? Because we didn't reveal what the free gift was until this morning. So are you happy with it?
So she'll have had a surprise.
One happy bunny, Stacey.
All right, so let's put that on there. Right, and now we're going to work our way kind of backwards, okay? So we've got our card, so I'm just going to pop that there a minute. So what I've done then is I've cut out the next layer that would go in. So that's going to give us that nice frame around the edge. And then what I've done is I've actually kept in, so the matte dye that gives you this layer, I've left that in, so it gives me an aperture design.
Okay.
So obviously you can do that with the 3 of them. So I've done that. Obviously I've got the actual arch as well, and I've actually cut this out on Elevate, which you were going to get in your free gift. Okay, so I've already cut this one out, so I thought I'd just show it to you. So when you cut this out, you put this onto the back of your cardstock. So it's got that yellow covering on each side.
Yeah.
So peel a bit off, and what I do is I'll cut a piece of card. So say I'm cutting this out, and my piece of paper is that big.
Yeah.
I will just cut my Elevate to that size,
Right.
peel it off, and then stick the paper onto it. So what you're going to be left with is the artwork stuck on top, and the other side is going to be this yellow colour.
So that's going to give you complete edge-to-edge adhesive.
Yeah, so then you can put your die on exactly as you normally do, run it through your die cutting machine, and then when you pop it off, this is what it will look like. So you can see, look, you have got foam everywhere. It's almost like you're making your own thicker. You know those like really thick stickers we used to get? You are making your own of them. And in the pack, I think you get the 2 different sizes in the pack that you'll be getting.
Okay.
So if you've never tried this before, this is going to be such a nice way to have a go.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah. You get 2 of the 2 mil thickness and 2 of the 1.5.
Yeah, so you're going to get the 2 different sizes to try. So it's a nice way, if you've never given it a go, to obviously have a go with it.
Talking of the free gift, Stacey says, I'm more than grateful for the free gift. That's good to know.
Aww.
Fabulous.
Right, so I'm just going to put that on.
Elevate is a
there.
game changer, isn't it?
Yeah, so now if I just leave that there. So can you see now how raised that is, like even down to in between every layer? So it does really give you a different effect.
Massive difference.
Yeah, when you use it. So you can see, look, that really does look really nice and 3D. So we've got that. So this is going to be the front of our card, okay? So then I've just popped some foam pads on the back here. So we're going to pull these off.
I mean, the Elevate is like one giant foam pad, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and do you know what? You never waste any either, because do you know when you cut it down, even if I've got like a strip,
Yeah, it's
I'll
useful.
just leave it to one side, and then maybe you need like a strip of foam tape to go on there, then pop it on.
Mhm.
You know, you will use every single piece of it.
And don't forget, if ever you need anything like Elevate, glue, the everyday glue, the glue gel, pro print paper, it's all on our website. Even if we're just talking about the main collection, you can shop for all of that on the website at the same time.
Right, so I've just popped the church, I'm going to call it, on there. So we've got that just there in the corner. And then I'm going to pop, so you can see I've cut out that arch with the die in to give me that aperture again. So we're going to put this on there like that. So church is in between. And then we're going to pull the tape off of here. And then I'm going to grab, I'm very static apparently today. That, and then we're going to do the same thing. So this, I'm going to pop it kind of to the side so I can see the path coming up like that. And then I'm going to put that down.
So you could be inside looking to the outside view, or it could be an archway in a stately home garden or something like that.
And then just cut any of the excess off. You don't have to worry about being neat cutting those bits off, because obviously you're not going to see those bits anyway. Put that there. Right, so we've got that. Let's put some glue just over those bits of foam tape. Obviously we've covered up. Just going to put a bit of glue on there. So then we're going to grab our next layer. And then I'm going to just put that. Like that.
Look at the dimension of it.
Then we're going to add in our cottage next. So let's take these off of here.
You've made me want to go to Mumbles now. I've never been.
Oh, I do. I love Mumbles. They're such. Type it in. Bunny's gonna.
It's a part
Bunny's
of Wales,
gonna,
isn't it? An area of Wales.
Yeah, Bunny's gonna type it in and have a look. So I'm gonna add that there.
Bunny's having a look on Google. I think lots of you are. Oh, that's nice.
And then we're going to add that in.
Let's have a carnation trip to Mumbles.
I keep saying every time I come up, and I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to bring. Only people in Wales will have a clue what I'm on about. But we have Joe's ice cream.
Joel's?
Joe's.
Oh, Joe's.
Joe's ice cream in Wales, which I didn't realise was just a Welsh thing.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
It is I'm not an ice cream person, but this ice cream is the best ice cream you will ever taste. It is absolutely amazing. And that's one of the things. There's one of their parlours in Mumbles, and it's like the law. If you go to Mumbles, you have to get a Joe's ice cream, and then you can just walk down the beach.
You driving from Wales to here, it will have melted by the time.
I know. Well, that's why every time I keep trying to plan it, because obviously I need to pick it up like on the way, but sometimes I leave really early. So I'll make it work at some point. Right, and then I'm going to add that castle there in the background, and then I'm just going to snip that little bit away that you can see there. And then let's just add a little bit of glue again where I've just covered that. And then
so how many layers is on that card? About 4?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Including that front one. But I think you'd say it was a lot more than 4. As if I just did that.
Look at it. It's amazing.
Right, so then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this corner floral in first.
I'm just thinking, if you've got a favourite part of the world where you've gone walking with your other half or with your family, maybe a country walk or something like that, and you've got that on your phone, print it off, and that could be the scene that you put behind the archway.
Oh, that's a nice idea. Yeah, you could even add your own pictures into them as well, couldn't you? Yeah.
A special place. I think we've all got a special place in our mind somewhere, haven't we? Whether it's abroad, in this country, wherever.
Yeah, and I think certain things like this collection, you know, like I said, like the couple sitting down makes me think of my grandparents. Like that castle now, it makes me think of Disneyland. So I think of, you know, when I've been to Disneyland, like it makes you think of other memories as well, which I think is really lovely. Right, so I'm just going to quickly grab some of the flowers. So I'm going to put, obviously you can only see 2 on there, so I'm just going to add those in.
Now this is where your free gift comes into play. These are the ball tools. How do you know what size of ball is best to use for what you're working on? Is there a size rule or anything? Or?
No, I wouldn't say there is. And honestly, I would say use what works best for you. Because I know some people that they only like using the bigger ones. And I know some people that they prefer using the smaller ones. I tend to use the size depending on what, like obviously that's quite a small flower. And you can see I'm not using the biggest size of the ball. You know, I wouldn't use that size if I was like shaping them.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So I would say kind of just give it a go as well, because if you go in like this and you think, like if you went in with a big one and you thought, oh actually I can't get as precise as I want, it doesn't matter, just go back in, because you're going to reshape the flower when you use it anyway. So you can't really do it wrong.
That's why all the cut lines are in the dies, so that it gives the card or paper breathing space, so it's not going to crinkle or crease.
And that's why the cut lines are there, not just purely for effect.
Right, so I've got another corner piece now that I'm going to put up there, and then let's go in with our rose. So, and the lovely thing, obviously, like this is the 120 Pro print, but once you do this, it keeps its shape as well, so you don't have to worry about it then, you know, going flat. It's going to keep its shape. But the nice thing as well, though, even if you do think, oh, do you know what, I want to add a bit more shape into it, then just go back in and do it.
And because you've done the double-sided vignettes, the 120 doubles up then to become 240 basically, which is the perfect weight for your decoupage and all of that sort of thing. So double-sided vignettes 120 is what we recommend, and you're going to get that in your tester pack, or taster pack.
Yeah.
All the other GSM Pro papers are on the website. And of course, if you're buying the main collection, you're getting free P&P. Take advantage of that and put other things that you either want or need or are running out of in the same order, and we'll get dispatched at the same time.
Yeah, it's such a nice little gift, isn't it? And like I said, it's things that you're going to use as well, or things maybe you might be running out of, or maybe it is something that you haven't actually tried before and you're thinking, oh, do you know what, that's a nice way to actually give it a go, to see if I like it, to see if I'll use it. Right, so we'll add them in, and then we'll add these two flowers, and I'm going to add in one of those birds as well. So let's just give these a bit of shape. And then let me spin him round. So I can go down, and this is one of the things that we're saying about the cut lines. So like his body, I can go down his body, and can you see where would be better? His wings are not moving. So can you see his body has got shape, but his wings have stayed exactly where they are, and that's because they look at where they are put in those cut lines. So now I can shape his wings differently to his body, and that's one of the amazing things with Carnation.
Yeah, it took me a while to realise that. I thought they were there for purely detailed decoration, but they're there to help you shape them.
They do add so much more detail. I always say, you know, when you look at the artwork and you see how detailed it looks so much more detailed after you've die cut it, because obviously those cut lines do add detail into it, but no, they do have a purpose. Right, let's add that in there.
Stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning.
And then I think we'll pop him.
There it is. I mean, what would you make that card for? Well, that could be a sympathy card, it could be an engagement card, wedding card, civil partnership card.
Oh, you could go in and put like tiny lights in between each layer as well, so that you can really see the light
and tiny lights are on the website
in between each layer as well.
Stunning. The big news today, though, is not only the new collection, which you're absolutely lapping up and loving, but the fact that you've got a £40 value free gift. I've never done that. I'm not saying Carnation have never given away a free gift before. They give free gifts away all the time. The artwork is free to print off, so that's a free gift every single time you buy something. But today, we're giving you the physical bundle that you can see before me. You get a sheet of your foam pads. You get your ball tools that you saw Laura using a few minutes ago, 8 different size balls. You get the foam mat to use with the ball tool. It's got to be that dense foam, and that's what you've got there. You've then got your 4 sheets of 2 different thicknesses of the Elevate, which is one huge foam pad, really, if you want to think of it. And you can die cut it, so you can actually make something edge to edge adhesive and make it very much more 3D. You've then got this, which is your Pro Print taster pack of Pro Print paper, 120 GSM, 15 sheets. And then you also have here your 20 sheets of Pro Print with self-adhesive backing, okay, so it turns everything into a sticker. That's included in your order. You don't have to find it on the website, you don't have to put it in your basket. It will be attached to your order if you order the big collection. Only with that collection at $124.99 and free P&P today. When we came on air, it was 40% of the stock of this is gone. We've got another show after this one at 2 o'clock this afternoon and 3 more shows tomorrow. And when we came on air at 12,
40% gone. Now, the book die that we were using, obviously, and talking about, this has got so much potential. What do you want the book to be? Is it a photograph album? Is it a storybook? Is it a gardening diary? Whatever you want it to be, you can make it. And there's even artwork for that you can print off free of charge as well. It's only subtle, but it gives you the shade in the centre where it will be darker, so it makes it look very three-dimensional. 70% of that has now gone. So this is going to be an early sellout, I'm sure. And there's still another show today and 3 shows tomorrow. The flourishes, or the fleur-de-lis up here, they stand alone as well as work beautifully. They're the same shape as the curvature of the book. So you get all of those in there as well for just £27.99. Lots of you have gone for both. And don't forget Perfect Papers while I'm here. The Perfect Papers, 48 sheets of A4 cardstock, 300 GSM in pastel colours to complement the artwork you're printing off right now. And that's a lovely thing, but I'm probably the world's most... I've got more patient as I've got older, but I'm very impatient when I'm ordering something online. I'm constantly tracking it. When is it going to arrive? Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be the next day? You've got that artwork right now. You can print off and sit there this afternoon and marvel at the artwork that you're getting free. And the dies, if you order them today, might even be with you tomorrow. I can't guarantee that, but I know they'll be dispatched from here at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So if you order in this show, it'll be on its way in an hour and a quarter's time. Right, we've got time for one more demo, I think.
Right, so I am going to use the book, but this time I have used craft card. So just to give you the idea of using it with obviously different card stocks and things. Okay, so we are going to make our card base with that. So you've cut the base out, craft card, and then we're going to go in with your next layer. So that background I showed you, the scene, we've used that. So I've cut the next layer out, which is the pages. So you can see you've got that page design there. So you've got that lovely scene there, and it does give you that window or that frame in the center that you can use.
A couple of messages on YouTube as well. V says, hi Laura, Dave and Bunny, another gorgeous collection. Thank you, V. Zed on YouTube says, just got my email order on its way. Thank you, Carnation Crafts, for a great gift. Take me by surprise as I ordered yesterday. Yeah, no one knew what the free gift was until we announced it at 10 o'clock this morning. So I hope everyone's happy. I'd be over the moon. I'm sure you are.
Right, so that is just going to go on there like that, and then before I add any other layers in, I'm just going to glue this. So this is the center bit that's obviously been cut out. So we've raised the outside part, and then I'm going to just stick that in there like that. So it's going to give you that almost like that little window. So right, next I've cut, so you have got embossed lines going down there, obviously to give you the idea of pages. So what I've done is I've cut out that again in blush natural, and then where those embossed lines are, I've actually cut down them. So just with my scissors, I've just followed that embossed detail and cut down. So this is going to give you the illusion of those pages there. So let's add this in.
It's static, it's all clinging to you, isn't it?
I don't know why it is today. It's normally quite good, but today...
Someone said to me, I don't know how true it is, if you put a kitchen towel down, it takes the static away.
Oh.
If you put the what you peel off the back onto a kitchen towel, the static...
Oh, so if you put a kitchen towel there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never tried it myself, but someone said that works.
Right, let me just add a bit of tape on here. So then what I've done is I've cut out that background again, but this time I've cut where those pages are. I've cut that away, so then this will sit there like that, and then can you see how you've got that illusion of those pages on the side then? So let's put this on. I can get these tapes.
And to be fair, I think if you're using the book shape, it's more ornamental, not just a card, it's more like an ornament, so you can, you know, keep it up, depending on what it says on the card, you can keep it up maybe all year round.
Yeah, you could, oh, and you could even, because I know some people, like, they print out So you know, like the background papers that we give. So on the website you can download backing papers to go with each collection. I know some people will put like a verse onto them to use as inserts. Can you imagine if you did this book and then you printed, like you had a verse on that bit there, so that little window you could have a verse and then you could just decorate around the actual book then.
And also, if you want to put that maybe in a kid's bedroom, and they've got a favourite cartoon character, you could print off the cartoon character and put it in the book frame, and it could be on the bedside cabinet.
Oh, that's a nice idea. So can you see now, just having them on the side there, it just adds a little something extra in. And then we're going to come in then, so I've got Blush Natural again and the Perfect Papers. So I'm going to put these, so you do have mats and layers look to go on the sides of these. So I've cut out this lovely green colour from the Perfect Paper. So I'm going to pop them on. So let's just add a bit of tape onto here, just to add a bit of height in between each of these layers. So with the Perfect Papers I'll do this, and then I'll glue the Blush Natural on top. Let's just add.
How many rolls of that tape do you get through?
A lot of foam tape. But do you know what?
Do we
though?
sell that here, that blue foam tape?
We don't, but I did pinch it from here.
Okay.
We've got the Clean and Simple
version.
one, but the Clean and Simple one I always keep. So I always say this, the Clean and Simple one I will always keep, because every time you buy or you look at, well I do anyway, I've looked again in foam tapes, they always, the width of them is always about that. I find it really hard to find some that are that thin.
Right.
So when you make it like that card that we did earlier, here, like I had the Clean and Simple foam tape on those, under those panels. So I find it really hard, and I hate trying to cut, like in between the pad, and then you get sticky all on your scissors, and it's just a mess. So I always try and keep my Clean and Simple, and I always try and keep stock of that, and I always keep it for those things.
Well, that roll is only $2.99 on the website if you want to add that into your order, the Clean and Simple foam tape. Nice little add-on.
Yeah, so it's well worth keeping. You know, I always have one there, so I know when I get down to like my last roll, then I'll get some more then. So I know I've always got some there, because you've always got even like frames or like thin sentiments or matte layers. You know, you've always got that there then.
And that's one of the perfect papers you're putting on now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that colour green.
Right, so I'm going to add the Blush Natural next. So in the next layer, so we're just framing this book. So that is just going to sit on there. And then this is going to go on the other one. And look at how dimensional and 3D that looks. And all we've done is just cut the matte layers and added those in. And look at that.
That combination of colours is stunning.
And that could be absolutely anything, couldn't it? That could be a DIY book, it could be a hobby book, it could be a recipe book,
yeah.
It could be the book that you're going to build that lovely castle picture in, it could be, you know, you could have the bride and groom there. That could be absolutely anything at all.
No matter where you look, you'd never ever find a card in a card shop like that. You wouldn't.
No.
They just don't exist.
No. Right, so we're going to bring in a couple next. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit of glue along the bench. So I'm just going to add some glue on there. And then let's grab a couple. So I'm going to put him in first. So I'm going to just put him there. And then that next one. I love that.
Lunch date.
Oh, it's just so cute. It is just so adorable.
Just sitting there watching the world go by, admiring the scenery.
Right, so these are going to sit there like that. So let's add these in.
What would they be talking about? What they're going to have for dinner that night? Where they're going on their next vacation?
Aww.
The grandkids?
It's just such a sweet image, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to add that there. Like that. And then I've got a couple of the arched flowers. Okay, so I'm going to bring one there like this. That is just going to sit across there like that. And then I've got another one. Just going to go there.
Do you know exactly what you're going to do before you start, or do you sometimes make it up a little bit as you go along?
When I'm here or when
Yeah.
I'm at home?
When you're here?
When I'm here, kind of, yeah, because I'll have obviously cut everything out and I'd have stuck everything down, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll pull the card out and I've completely forgot what I was going to do
Right,
with it
okay.
anyway, so I'll just make it up as I go along. So yeah, but I kind of have an idea.
So you do like a dummy run, don't put glue down, see what works, place things in certain positions.
Yeah, just so I know like what bits I want cut out or things like that. But yeah, I mean, when you've got a collection though that like kind of everything just works together, you know, you can't
go wrong.
You can't go wrong really, can you? Because everything, it doesn't matter what I put on there. Like I could have changed that now to that couple, or you know, we could have put the birds there and it's still just going to work perfectly. So I've got someone special and I'm going to put that there in the corner. So right before I put that in, we'll do them on top. So let's add this in. So I'll pop that there, like that. And then I've got the fleur-de-lis pieces, and I've actually cut them out in the same perfect paper that we've got in the background. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to kind of use them almost like little tuck-ins, like that. And then I've got another one that's going to go at the top.
And just a bit of a heads up, if you are in the market to going to a craft event coming up later in the month, we're going to be at the Sandown Racecourse. It's a lovely craft event. There's no racing. It's just basically the racecourse is the venue.
It's a lovely place.
It's great.
Yeah.
Near Esher in Surrey, on the 27th and 28th of February. I'm going to be there. Carnation's going to be there. Hobbymaker's going to be there. So if you fancy coming down, have a look online and come and join us. Come and say hi to the team at Carnation. Meet everyone behind the scenes, and have a good day out.
Right, I'm just adding some of these decoupage pieces in, just to bring some height onto them flowers. And then
When I told my mum about going to Sandown, she said, "Oh, are you going to have a flutter?" I said, "No, not racing, Mum. There's no racing." That's stunning. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh.
Isn't that lovely? Stunning, beautiful. Okay, now the collection, not surprisingly, is a runaway success. When we came on air this morning, it was 20% of the stock had gone overnight from people seeing it on Facebook and that sort of thing. When we finished the first show, it was 40%. Now, it's nearly 50% of the entire stock has gone. Obviously, we have a surge of people coming in right at the beginning who've been waiting for it. Lots of you I know buy every collection that Carnation brings out. Today is a very special day because we're giving you something for nothing. The collection is $124.99. You get the 3 card shapes, so these wonderful arches. This is the Regal shouldered arch. You've got the Regal lancet frame. And then you've got the regal arch frame as well. You've got the land beyond, which are the iconic buildings, the castle. You've got the road that leads to wherever you choose. You've then also got the people down the bottom there, the two that are sat on the bench, or they could be sat on tree stumps. You can have them sat on whatever you want. The lovely couple, arm in arm, going for a stroll after lunch maybe. The birds, the doves, the hummingbird and the peacock, absolutely beautiful. And those roses as well. You've got the archway, you've got the corners, and then you've got all the decoupage images there. And don't forget, I'm sure you know this by now, but all of the artwork is on the website right now. You just go to carnationcrafts.co.uk, go to downloads, and that's where the vignettes are. You can print single-sided or double-sided, it's up to you. Now, the free gift is this. And Mark in the office had great pleasure in giving me this massive plastic bag when I came this morning. He said, open that. He said, free gift. And this is what was inside it. This is what you'll get. 4 ball tools with 8 different sized balls for doing the shaping. A sheet of your foam pads. You've got 4 sheets of your Elevate. Now, 2 of them are 2 mil and 2 of them are 1.5 mil. It's one huge sticky pad, basically, which you can die cut as Laura showed you. You've then got your Perfect Papers taster pack. So this is 120 GSM, 15 sheets of Pro Print. If you've never used it before, you're going to be amazed at just how crisp and clear the colours are when you're using it. Then you've got the same Pro Print, but this time with adhesive backing, all 20 adhesive sheets in that box. And then finally, you're also going to get your foam mat to do your shaping on as well. That's a free gift. If you ordered it last night, you knew there was a free gift, but you didn't know what it was. If you just suddenly tuned in and realised that's what you're going to get, you don't have to put it in your basket. It will automatically be added to your order if you go for the main collection, which is there, okay? Now, the other must-have, this is going even quicker. Was it 70% this now? 70% of the elegant stories, beautiful. You've got 2 sizes of books. You've got the large and you've got the smaller ones there as well. All the mats and layers, and you choose what you want the storybook to be, okay? It is 260211. 260211 your item number, and don't forget the Perfect Papers while we're there as well. That's an absolute must because it all coordinates colour-wise with the vignettes and the artwork. 48 sheets and they're 300 GSM. Some of them are patterned and some of them are block, and that's $14.99. That was the colourway that Laura used in the demonstration, that lovely green. Really classy colours. And just to remind you, before we say goodbye for this show, we can go through the boards if that's all right.
Yeah, so we'll just quickly go through the art. Obviously, these are going to be your card bases. You've got the mats in there. For each one, you have that centre part as well that you could use for tags, use for your sentiments on their own, and you also get the mats and layers in each one as well. So like the circle, you know, use these. Don't be scared to mix and match them up, but you know, use them like we did just now and build up cards like that, or use the centerpieces on their own like we did in the earlier show as the stopper. So you can see that's a mix of the 3 different card shapes there. So they all do work really well together. You've got a land beyond, so you've got those scene buildings that you can use. Obviously, you could just have that, put one of the buildings behind it, or mix them up like we just did, and you know, put a lot of the buildings in there, build that city or that scene up. You've got your roses, so you've got that corner piece and the art. Obviously, you've got something there that's going to work for any shape that you're doing. Plus, you have all of the decoupage as well, so you could use that decoupage these on, or use them on their own. You've got the fancy feathers, which I do think they just, even just adding one in onto your card like that, it just adds that little something extra, that little touch. It really works so well. Our special place, you've got that couple that obviously can be sat on the bench. They can also be sat on the tree stump or the pillar as well, and you have grounding elements there too. Then you've got side by side. I do love that image.
Yeah.
You can see with the sunset behind them, and you've got that there from the back. And then I'm just going to quickly mention the book as well, because obviously this has been so popular. Hopefully we've still got more when you go, Dave.
Well, yeah, you may not have it tomorrow though.
So you've got the card base. Obviously you're going to use that to make the card base. You do have mats and layers to frame up, so like the one we did just now, you can frame it up and have it like that, or you can use the artwork, and you know, you can make cards like we did in the earlier show like that with the artwork as well. So you've got lots of different options with that, and obviously you've got those fleur-de-lis bits as well to
And
use that you'll use on their own too.
You can't buy this anywhere else at the moment. It's not on Hobbymaker until Thursday. Thank you very much for your company today. I hope you love your free gift. I'm sure you do. Lots of people saying thank you, love it, love it. I think it's the first time we've ever done a free gift like that, isn't it?
I think it's the first time we've done something like that. Yeah, well, for me anyway.
Yeah, for me too.
Yeah.
Okay. Laura's going to be back with you at 2 o'clock though, with the third show of the day. There's 3 more shows tomorrow at 10, 12 and 2. I'm off now to go down to Hobbymaker, so I'll see you there tonight if you're watching that. And